Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Yay Networks.
Welcome to Logically Irrational with my parents, Tye Strickland and Melissa Rycroft. He's a little logical.
Until I start gossiping.
And she's a little irrational.
You've got nothing.
But together, they make the perfect combo.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Logically Irrational.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
Well, we're a day late again. Apologize
No,
or
we're
no?
not. We're right on time.
No. It's not really why we're late, but it's an update because Randy and I, last week, you were not part of that conversation.
No.
Talked about my hip.
Oh, yeah?
And I got a diagnosis finally. It's a torn tendon,
In the old hip.
which doesn't sound fun.
Which is shocking that you don't know how you did it.
Can I tell you? So she asked the doctor, she goes, how did this happen? And they went, have no idea.
Sleeping?
And she goes, it's very odd to tear a tendon and not know that you've torn a tendon. A lot of times, it's like when you tore your quad, right?
Yeah,
like
I
you were
knew
like,
it
I know exactly when this happened. And I was like, there was not a distinct moment. I said, I felt it progress over time. So I don't know if it was like maybe stretched and then because I'm stubborn and couldn't stop like working out that then I did more damage, but I don't know. But she said it's a 4 to 7 week recovery and I'm already on week 4. So
Since it happened?
Yes.
That's without any rehab or anything?
Right.
Gotcha.
And
but
so
you got a shot.
I'm on I'm an anti-inflammatory, which I found out is one of the medications my dad is on for arthritis. And I went, well, look at that. Like, that's just where Dad and I are sharing meds.
There you are. Turned 40 and it's all downhill.
And I got a steroid shot yesterday. I will never do it again.
Yeah.
I don't think we've talked about it. I will never. Have you had a steroid shot? Like a medical, not just like for strep?
Yeah, right. That's what I've had.
No, like I got numbed. They numbed me with lidocaine around my hip. And then he had it looked like, you know what they used to put on your stomach before they could, to tell when you were pregnant, like the ultrasound machine?
Oh, yeah.
He had what looked like that on my hip. And he's looking at something, I guess, so he can see how far. It's really disgusting to think about because it's a huge needle.
Yeah, I bet.
And then he goes, all right, cold blast to air. And I was like, okay. And it was cold. I don't think that they put lidocaine in me. I don't think they did anything.
On topical?
It felt like ice touching my bones. Do you know,
Like
can you
sensitive?
imagine that feeling? Yes. Like it
doesn't sound good.
did not feel good and I will never do it again. However, I do feel better today.
That's good.
And I don't know if it's just because I've got 3 days of medication in me.
Yeah, maybe
And the
both.
steroid.
And it's been 4 weeks.
Right. I did ask her. I said, so my question is, because I'm feeling better and I'm walking better, am I doing more harm? Because technically it's just numb. Right. At this point, like, is it because I need it to heal? I don't just need a Band-Aid. I need this thing to flip and heal. Because this has been a horrible week for me sitting at home doing nothing because I can't walk. And she said, no. She wants me to do physical therapy.
No, it won't get any worse, or no, you should.
She was like, you
not
can't work
exercise.
out. She goes, 100%. Do not get, because I told her I ride the bike and I run. And she was like, you're not getting on the bike and you're not running. She goes, well, I want you to come in and do physical therapy, which I told her I would schedule.
That you're not going to.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Figured. That's pretty typical.
I feel better though.
Good.
I'm walking. Have you seen me walk?
Yeah.
I'm
You're
not.
not limping around.
Sunday was probably the worst day I've had. 100%.
Sunday walking into church was
In the balcony. We went in the balcony.
We didn't have to. You wanted to.
Well, I don't like seeing people.
Yeah, I mean.
So, anyway, I think I'm on the mend.
Good.
If anything, I have maybe 2 or 3 more weeks of this. And I have medication, and if I run out, I can call Bob Rycroft.
Yeah, you can borrow some from your dad. There you go.
More. Also this week, I told you about it, I had a dream about you. Random.
Yeah.
Tye cheated on me in my sleep with Sharky.
That's bizarre. It's Sharky?
Right. But you know what? I didn't question it in my dream.
That was just a normal name?
Yeah. And I saw her. I was talking to her.
Yeah. What'd she say?
Well, I don't now that I don't remember, but I found out because I wanted to go through your phone. I don't know why. And you said, hold on, I have to delete some stuff first.
Yeah, you can look through as long as I can delete stuff first.
And I went, what do you have to delete? And you said, I have pictures in my hidden pictures folder. And I went, well, that's not cool. Like, what?
You do?
What's in your hidden pictures folder? I can't see. And then you just told me, you're like, well, I've been cheating on you. And I didn't wake up mad. You know, you always hear about people, oh, I wake up so mad. I did not wake up mad at you. I woke up going, that was a dream. But you still, like, I felt it, right? Like, I still woke up going, whoa.
Why did you do that?
I did.
Yeah.
And I saw you that morning and I went, I had a really weird dream. And I feel really weird right now. Do you know a Sharky?
No.
Could I see your hidden photo album?
Yep.
Just
You're free to whatever you want to see.
make me feel better.
We take Kaysen to get his haircut at Sharky's.
Not anymore.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there is a place that you can get your haircut at.
I
called
did
Sharky's.
until they have if you are 3 minutes late, they cancel your appointment.
Yeah.
And we were 5 minutes late
Yeah. Well,
and they canceled my appointment. And they went, well,
maybe
all right.
that's not why they canceled your appointment. Maybe it was because that's my side piece.
That's your side chick. Well, I'm going to be real honest. In my dream, she wasn't cute. That could be God's way of making
You know
me feel better.
what's funny about that?
What?
Or strange about that? Is
What?
that your brain made up a fictitious person and put a name.
I woke up trying to think. I was like, what did I watch that had to do with
Or-
Sharky or any? Because usually you can be like, oh,
But, like,
you know
how
what?
did- like the person, had you ever seen that person before?
No.
Right? It's like your brain just made that
Yeah,
up.
no.
Gave her a face
And you know what's
hair
funny?
and-
Like, I can't remember any dreams ever. I remember I see her face. Like, I
Still?
could tell you what her face looked. She looked very much like the Bachelorette.
Tell me more. Yeah.
It was the one with Gabby. God, is her name Rachel? This is how dumb I am that I don't watch. She looked similar, not as cute. You had
Oh,
you
that's
had
too
a
bad.
not as cute version.
Man.
But the thing that bothered me is you were not sorry at all. I remember telling you, I was like, you're gonna
Like in my dream or in real
in
life?
the dream.
Oh.
I was like, you're gonna break up the family for this, and you go, I guess so. Like the things that I distinctly
Sounds like Casey.
remember, where I'm like, oh
Guess so.
my gosh, it disturbed me.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
I didn't get mad at you though. And then tonight, which is Friday, again, coming to you a day late, Ava has a birthday party. And 2 hours of it is at the little girl's house. And then they are all going to the movie theater, of course, to watch the Taylor Swift Eras movie, which I've heard is every bit of 3 hours because it's the entire concert.
Right.
Now, she's also seeing this tomorrow with another group of friends.
Yeah.
So she's got 6 hours now of a Taylor
It's a
Swift
lot of
concert.
Taylor Swift.
But not that. This movie starts at 9:45 tonight.
9:45?
The moms have been instructed to pick the girls up at the movie theater at 12:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And I went, oh.
I think if you're going to have that party, you do a sleepover.
Well, you either do a sleepover or you say, I'll be dropping all the girls off. Right?
I mean, at 12:30 in the morning, you
it's
don't be driving
Well,
around.
no, it's annoying, but that's what, you know what I mean? Like, if we're going to do it this late, here's our options. You can spend the night or I will bring your daughter to you. I'm not going to make you guys get out at 12:30 in the morning. I'm not 22. I'm not up. I'm in REM mode, right?
Isn't it crazy that like there were a lot of times where that's where we were going?
Oh
out?
my gosh. I was like, 100% I'll be. Well, so sweet Darcy, I saw Darcy this morning and she goes, I'll pick her up. I was like, of course you will. You're
You'll
not
be up.
going to be asleep by then. She's so excited though. And again, having to do it again tomorrow. I don't get the Taylor Swift thing. I just really don't.
Well, I do.
Maybe I'm too old for
I mean,
it.
It's like if I was going to see George Strait tonight, I'd be excited.
Oh, see, I'm not excited about that either. Who would I be excited about to see?
Aerosmith.
Well, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's
but
not going to happen.
You'd be excited.
I would be.
You'd be even more excited.
I was talking to my friend Al today, Allison, at Spirit Shop. You know, we have Chris Stapleton in 2 weeks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It's in 2 Fridays.
Yeah, he's great.
I need to I don't think I know a lot of... We've never been to it. Have we been to a Chris Stapleton?
You have not. I have.
Okay. So I need to start listening to his stuff. Not that it matters, because again, concerts are just fun, whether you know the songs or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, it's just fun to listen to live
After
music.
8 Eric Churches, I know
Right.
3
I mean-
songs.
Goodness.
And then next week, we're having our Halloween party, our annual Halloween party.
God, is that next week?
Here at the house. It is. So here's your
We've got
note
a
that
lot
if there
to
are
do.
things you want to do, do
Yep,
it now.
I need to get on that
so
today.
that you're not upset. It's a haunted carnival theme. So I'm turning the house kind of into a little carnival setting.
Is this going to be a big deal? Like, are you doing a lot of?
I'm not doing as much as I did last year.
Last year was a lot.
Last year was a lot. Yeah, but last year was also a big murder mystery party. So there was a lot of work on my end.
Yeah.
And we're not doing that. It's just a party. So it's just decor. I got a fog machine to go out in the front, some red lights, and
Yeah, it's fun.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun. You are the strongest man. I
Oh,
have.
thank you. Yeah.
I have your costume, and then your dumbbells came in the other day. They're inflatable. They're actually on the counter. It kind of looks like trash, but
Oh, I did see that. I
yeah,
was
they
wondering
each
what
say
that
like
was. Okay.
500 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I'm a lion tamer, and Kobe, my little
Is your
Kobe,
lion.
is going to be my lion.
All right.
I think it's gonna be fun.
It is gonna be fun.
We have 92 people coming.
Oh my gosh. I hope you put on there that they have to Uber.
I did, but people won't. I do that every year, and there's still people that don't. We have no front yard. Like there is no.
We have a huge front yard. We just don't have any parking.
Well, parking is on the main road.
Right.
So it's a roundabout and then the main road. So we can fit 10 cars, but nobody's getting out once.
Yeah, if you're one of those 10 cars.
But nobody
luck.
can get in either, even if people get an Uber. That was our problem at
Well, with the Uber-
our 2000s party.
Well, that's true.
Was that
If you block it out.
Yes,
Yeah, you're
that the
right.
whole thing was
Ugh.
filled, and then there were
It gives
Ubers
me
out
anxiety
front, and I
thinking
was
about
like, go. I don't know what to do, and I was on traffic control. Not fun. But that's gonna be fun. That'll be some. So we are gonna have to do a podcast on time next week because I don't have time Friday.
Yeah, Friday's going to be busy.
Friday's gonna be busy.
I'm going to take work off.
And then I have a question for you really quick before we get into it. This was Amber from Facebook, and I hope your brain is on. She wants to know what your favorite finance podcasts are,
Oh, that's a good question.
which I couldn't care less.
So
about,
I
but-
like my favorite.
You know them off the top of your head? Like, you
are
don't
these
have to
two
look?
guys. Yeah, it's called Wealth Without Wall Street.
Okay.
I like them a lot. I like the Bigger Pockets guys. I like the Short Term Show. Avery Carl, she's good.
Okay, y'all, I didn't tell Ty about this question ahead of time. This is
Well,
right off the
it's
top
funny,
of your head.
I was just listening to one, and so I had to go in and download the new ones. And so, and then there's another one. It's called the Money School. Chris Noggle, I like him a lot. Mm-hmm. It's for Next Level Income. I like him.
Do I sound awful and unintelligent to say that just sounds so boring to me? Finance
Well, it's not
podcasts.
something that you deal with on a daily basis. So yeah.
But
I mean,
I
I
love
wouldn't- I
I love a
wouldn't-
death podcast, and I don't deal with that on a daily basis.
I don't know. Yeah, it would be like me wanting to listen to a
My pop culture.
cheerleading. I wouldn't mind that, but like a cheerleading podcast.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to that.
You would.
No, I wouldn't.
I bet you would. Is
a
that
couple-
is that
there's a
all?
couple, yeah.
No, she had a question, and
Good
there were
ones.
some people that wanted your expertise under that.
I have no expertise at all. That's why I'm listening. But
well,
yeah, I
on
like
what
those.
you listen to,
Yeah.
I guess, because you've brought it up a few times.
Gotcha.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do. I've got some reality roundup, little Britney news, and then a lot of couples news.
Okay.
And then reality roundup, I have a lot of suggestions. We finished Blackbird.
Yeah.
Got to talk about Blackbird.
Love it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And get into some other stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Pop news time.
Okay, let's start with Brit, who, bless Brit's heart, I can't keep up with her on social media, but I am excited. Her memoir, it's now this month that it comes out. Do you remember when we first talked about it? I feel like...
It was a long time ago.
Yeah,
It comes
I was
out,
like, man,
did you
it's
say
like
it comes out this month?
This month,
Okay.
yes, in like a week or two.
Have you already ordered it?
I have not, because I'm going to do the audio version.
Okay.
Which we'll get into that. But it has come out this week now. So it was delayed a little bit, and you probably don't even know, but what we can assume X apparently was causing a fit over what potentially could be in this book.
Is it the most recent one?
No, we don't
she's
know.
divorced.
We don't
Oh, okay.
know. No names ever came out, and it never came out that it was an X. It was kind of deduced in the media of like, of course, it has to be an X that's mad that she could say X, Y, and Z about
Right.
it. And it held up the production process
I
because
wonder why.
I don't know. I don't know if maybe things were signed. I don't know. I mean, I know how free speech works, obviously, but I don't know if you slander people in a book, like, I don't know at what point they're like, we're going to sue if you say that.
Yeah,
like, you can say it, I'm going to tell you, but we're going to come and sue you. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So there were rumors that held up, but it came out just a couple days ago that apparently Justin is not going to be happy. This is Justin Timberlake, of course, one of probably her most famous ex, right?
Yeah.
A source says that she goes at him very hard in this book. And a second source says that she is, quote, excited but nervous for, the book is called The Woman in Me, to hit shelves. And in it, she discusses her love life. She's also delving into her rocky relationship with her parents. So you think about the whole Justin thing, like, Justin to me, what, go?
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, but you're writing a
Probably
memoir.
more.
She's writing a memoir. That's what a memoir is.
Like,
it's a story on your life.
if I'm him, this is the last thing that I want to deal with.
Because he was a douche to her.
No, you don't know that.
I do. You do know after fact. 100% after the fact he was.
What?
When he wrote Cry Me a River. And he made that entire album about this terrible breakup.
You sound like Scorn Girl.
No. But what I'm saying is, if you actually look back at the timeline, because I was one of those people where I was like, oh, she cheated on him? Like, she's awful. And people were calling her names, and, you know, everybody's on his side because he looked heartbroken. And whether she cheated on him or not, she never responded. But the innuendo was 1,000% there that's why that relationship ended, right?
He already knows. He found out from him.
Right.
It's true, right?
On his side of the story.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
And then that documentary Framing Britney Spears that came out in 21 obviously suggested that Timberlake helped to push that narrative by these songs, by his interviews going, well, I'm not going to tell you who it's about, but I'm sure you know who it's about, which then he got so much backlash from people. He had to issue a public apology. I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm sure. I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. If I'm Justin Timberlake, I don't want Britney writing about me. Like, that's gone and done, and it's past, and it's going to come up, and it's going to be a, like, crud. Now I get to deal with something that I did 20 years ago that I thought was under the bridge.
I guess so. I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, it would have to be something.
If an ex-girlfriend of yours from 20 years ago divulged all the terrible things that you did.
Well, okay,
now,
it depends on how terrible they were.
To her perspective.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I know, right. I mean, but if it's just like, oh yeah, I was always suspicious of some girl, and I think he cheated on me. Okay, there's nothing there.
Now, all this being said, I am a Justin Timberlake fan.
Me too.
I really like him. I like his music. I love Jessica Biel. I think he's really funny on, like, Saturday Night Live. What was the movie preview we saw last night? Reptile?
Yeah.
I would like to see Reptile. I am not an anti-Justin Timberlake person at all. I'm not anti-Britney Spears. This has me very curious, though, that I want to hear what she has to say. So, going to the Audible, because, you know, I do audiobooks. It also came out this week that she is recording a audio version, but Britney is not doing it.
Yeah, I heard it was like she's going to do a piece of it.
She's doing the intro. Yeah. She's not even doing a piece. She's just doing the intro to the book. And then Michelle Williams, do you know Michelle Williams? You remember her from Dawson's Creek? She was Heath Ledger's longtime girlfriend, had his baby.
Yes.
Yes, she's actually doing the voice of the rest of the book.
Oh, really?
Yes. And she's speaking very highly of Britney. She's like, I want to do her well. I want to do justice.
That's cool.
I am excited to take on this project. So I will be getting the audio version, which is why I don't have to pre-order it, because I'm going to wait for my 1 credit to hit here in a week. And
gotcha.
I'm going to hit it. Guarantee you I'm going to listen to that. And, well, I finished Jessica Simpson's book in a good 3 days.
Yeah, however many hours.
That was amazing.
Is how long?
I heard it's 10 and a half.
Okay, well, I'm sure you'll finish it in 12
That sounds like
hours.
2 days to me. Challenge accepted. Okay, on to couples news, because this is all anybody is talking about.
Travis Kelce.
No. Oh. Ew, I'm so tired of talking about Travis Kelce.
Because everybody's talking about it.
Well, so one of my friends today at Spirit Shop, we did Spirit Shop this morning, Tam, they're going to see the Eras.
She knows somebody that knows somebody.
Oh my
and
God.
They said that.
They're going to see Eras on Sunday. And she said her son Wyatt, who's Beckett's friend, asked for an extra ticket because he now wants to see the Eras movie, only because he is a Travis Kelce fan and he keeps hearing of whoever this Taylor Swift person is coming. I was like, hot Dang it. Look at how far this is reaching. I wonder if Beckett's going to want to go with him. You never know.
I bet he would.
Okay, no, I'm talking about Will Smith and Jada.
Oh, okay.
You've heard. Okay. So she has a book coming out called Worthy. So she's doing the circuit, and she's letting pieces of this book out interview by interview, right? Well, in the interview, the initial interview with Coda Hobb from the Today Show, it came out obviously that she's been separated from Will since 2016, which is 7 years from now. Here's the initial clip that came out. Yeah, what'd I say?
From now, which I guess is true, but
whatever.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
right,
but it was a divorce. I feel like you're a straight talker.
I am.
Except you're not sometimes.
Yeah.
So why do that? Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, you know? And we hadn't figured that out.
Why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, why it fractured, that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
so strange.
Okay.
And there's so many questions you have. Like,
100%.
right,
100%.
the whole Chris Rock thing.
So let's get into Chris Rock. So they have not divorced yet, obviously, what she said. They've been together since 1994. She auditioned to play his girlfriend on Fresh Prince, and that's how they initially met. They have kind of been one of Hollywood's golden couples ever since then, right? It's always been a united front. Things maybe have come up here and there. We saw the Red Table Talk and the entanglement and all of that, but they've always had a united front together as a couple. So the entanglement, she had the emotional affair with her son's friend, her son Trey's friend, August. Now that happened back in 2016, which is right about when it seems like they separated. Not that that matters, but... And then, of course, there was
do it for me.
the slap around the world that took place last year. Now, she has then said... she did a big People interview, which is where all of this came out. And she, talking about that slap, said, quote, "I thought this is a skit, not believing that it was real at first. I was like, there's no way that Will hit him. It wasn't until Will started to walk back to his chair that I even realized it wasn't a skit." Now, she also in that interview said something that to me, I'm like, well, duh, this absolutely explains why Will went berserk on this guy. So, again, this is in the same interview, and this is her quote. It says, quote, "I think every summer all the reports would come out that me and Will were getting a divorce. And this particular summer, Chris Rock thought we were getting a divorce. So he called me, and basically he was like, I'd love to take you out. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, well, aren't you and Will getting a divorce? I was like, no, Chris, those are just rumors. And he was appalled, and he profusely apologized, and that was that. We'll flash forward a couple months to the Oscars. Chris Rock says this thing. Will is heated, and now you can maybe see why Will reacted the way that he did, knowing that Chris was asking his wife out, even though
they were separated.
Right. So here's what I don't understand. 6 years, and Jada explained, she's like, we're trying to figure it out. Well, how after 6 years have you not figured out how to navigate? Like, everybody, I had put on social media, I was like, why not divorce? And people's responses were, it's cheaper to keep her.
Right. That's what I was going to say, like the prenup or
well, here's
something.
the thing. Will be fine. Will be fine. He is still making blockbuster movies, right? I mean, even if he has to give her half, he's still fine. It's Jada to me that she's going to get a lump sum of money, but her biggest red table talks were when Will joined her, right? And this book is going to be huge because she's now talking about Will.
But
like, you take that away.
So you're saying why would Will not go ahead and...
Because Will still has not said anything about this. So part of me is like...
Because he doesn't care.
Maybe it's me, or maybe he's like, I didn't tell you to do... Like, what are you doing? What? So... I don't know. This is all I can go is by what I see in these interviews. Like that red table talk that happened where she talked about the entanglement with August, right? 2-3 years ago. One, Will did not look like he wanted to be there.
No.
If you watched that video, he did not look like he wanted to be there. He looked like he was doing it for her, right? And he's like, I will be here and I will let you say what you want to say. What is the motivation for Will to not say, I'm done, Jada. I'm done.
I don't know.
The only reason you're making
kids,
money is when you bring my name up and when you bring drama up. And I would like to. There are plenty of women that will date Will Smith. 1,000,000%.
But he can
He's
date
gonna
them
be
anyway.
fine.
Like they live apart. He probably dates
Now
whoever
they
he wants.
can.
No,
But why not do it publicly? Why not say, I want to go on a red carpet with Irina Shayk?
Maybe it's a hassle. Maybe it's the money thing. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
But I mean, that would be what I would point to.
I wonder if they had a prenup. I didn't even look in that.
I'm sure they did.
When did they get married? And they got married 96, maybe? 95, 96?
Will Smith was already super famous by then.
I don't understand the need. You're living completely separate. Because at some point, I'd be like, I'm ready to move on with my life. Like, I'm just ready. This is not happening. 6 years has proved we're getting back together. Our kids are grown. The kids are out of the house and they're fine. There's a lot of money and a lot of assets, and we can either decide amicably to split it up, or we can go to court and have them split it up. But let's cut this cord.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And completely go do.
Maybe
our
they
own
think
thing.
that it's bad for their careers.
Well, but that goes back to again, like, how does it hurt Will's career to be single?
Well, maybe they think it's going to hurt his perception from like this public persona. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have any idea. I'm just like, why wouldn't they?
It's more, I guess it's annoying too, because they've always put on this front of like, we're so great, we're so happy. And, when that interview, when she's like, you're such a straight shooter, and Jada goes, I am. And she goes, but you're not. And she goes, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, well,
I don't understand that.
Weird way to start it.
Well, because your credibility's kind of shot now that you've essentially been lying to everybody for 6 years about...
Have they been lying to anybody?
Yes, they have. They've been talking about being a couple. They've been doing red carpets looking lovey-dovey. And I mean, yes, 100%. There has been no... People, I think, maybe were like, maybe it's an open relationship.
Yeah, maybe
Fine.
That's it.
No, she has said they're separated. She didn't say we're in an open relationship.
But maybe it's like they still love each other. They just want to be able to see other people's... I mean, it's weird. There's no doubt about it. But like, you're trying to like make sense of it.
I know.
And it just doesn't. Like, I can...
Well, it doesn't make sense in my brain. My brain doesn't work that way. I go, we're either together or we're not. And if we're not, we're moving on. Right? Because you can only, to be fair, move on so much.
Well, maybe they don't really want to. Maybe they just want to be able to see other people, and they want to still be able to see each other.
I'll tell you what, the way she's talking does not sound... You know what I mean? Doing these interviews, talking. So she also came out and said, did you hear when she was like, Tupac was my soulmate?
No.
That's also what she's doing on these rounds. She said, Tupac was my soulmate, but the physical chemistry wasn't there. But I'm still like, that you're just shooting. I feel like you're shooting your relationship just in the foot. And
I mean,
Will has yet to comment.
Right?
I imagine he will. He's going to have to say something at some point. I would like to know. But
makes you kind of feel sorry for him.
I
mean, not sorry for him.
Yeah, I don't want to take his side because I don't know what's going on.
Right.
But I right now feel more sympathy for his side of the story.
100%.
Just because it seems like he's just been put into a situation. Now, I don't know. He may come out where I'm like next week going, I hate him. How dare he do that? I don't know. I'm fascinated by it, though. Fascinated. Okay, moving on. Raquel.
Okay.
She is selling a bunch of TomTom items. Did you hear about this?
No.
So poor Rachel, and I call her Rachel. That's her name now. I'm not being disrespectful. Like, she has gone from Raquel to Rachel. She is the only person not benefiting at all.
Is she off the show now?
100% she's off the show. She's not doing anything social media wise. You've got Tom, who is killing it on Special Forces. He was on The Masked Singer and just came out. Not came out, but came out on the show.
Right.
Ariana Madix killing it in life. Like Rachel has to be at home going, well, this is just not cool. Not cool at all. And it's not. I'm going to be real honest. It's not. Well, so the other day, October 10th, in honor of World Mental Health Day, she revealed that there was a Tom Tom hoodie. If you remember the hoodie that she wore on Watch What Happens, and it was a famous hoodie. And the lightning bolt necklace. We remember the lightning bolt necklace that she bought. She put them up on eBay. And this is her quote. She said, as I was cleaning out my closet, I have found a few items that are a little triggering, and I just don't want to see them. I don't want to have them in my possession. I will never wear them again. In honor of World Mental Health Day, I am creating a fundraiser, and all of the proceeds will go to NAMI, which is the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Well, as of yesterday, because I didn't do it today, as of yesterday, if you had to guess what the necklace was up to.
Oh, gosh. $300.
$3,250. $3,250 for the necklace. Now it's gone up because there's still 4 days left in this. And the hoodie, there's actually two hoodies. They're two Tom Tom hoodies.
Why would anybody pay money for this?
What would you guess the hoodies are going for?
$400.
$8,900.
What?
Guarantee you they're up more now. Like I said, there's still 4 days left to sell.
Oh my gosh, who would bid on that?
So, but again, all proceeds are going to a charity. They're not going to Rachel, even though part of me is like, Rachel deserves, she should have just,
She should have put it up there herself.
I mean, I know that sounds horrible. I don't mean that. The charity needs it. Yeah. But there is a part of me, listen, chick messed up, but she messed up just as bad as Tom. And Tom is thriving right now. And I would just be like, I don't understand why I am the one taking the full responsibility of
I don't get it either.
What has happened?
She's not getting any sort of like social media.
No, nothing. I follow it. She's not. And part of it, maybe she's not trying. Right. I don't know. But she is not doing endorsements. She is not. Now, her not being on this season of the show was completely her doing. And it had nothing to do with like, I need to respect my mental health. It's because they were not going to pay her what they were going to pay Tom and Ariana. If you remember, she went out on Bethany's podcast and she's I asked for an equal amount of money and they said no. So I walked away. So she was looking for it. It just didn't come. And I don't know. I don't know why I feel bad. She messed up 100%, but she didn't mess up any more than he did. I don't feel bad for her.
The only reason I feel bad for her is because I just feel like she's troubled.
I feel like she's taking the brunt at this point. Like Tom is fine. He's fine.
He's taken his fair share as well.
Yeah, but now he's on two successful network TV shows where he's bringing in bank. Ariana's been bringing in money since this whole thing happened. Yeah. And then...
she is the one that lucked out.
Poor Rachel is just sitting at home like, well, I guess...
She got to get rid of him and then go do all this other stuff to make more money.
Yes. Yeah. Win for Ariana, who is killing it on Dancing with the Stars, like week after week.
She was top scorer this week?
She was tied, yeah. This is a good season. I know. I keep hearing conflicting things. People are like, it's not a good season.
Oh, really?
I really like this season. Yes. From
what I've seen, I like it.
Alfonso. I like Julianne. I think the judges are good. I think the cast is good. I was shocked that Jenna and Tyson went home.
Really? Wasn't he low score?
I guess I thought Tyson had a bigger fan base just because that was my era, which I'm the audience for that show. It's an older crowd. What was that?
Something down here.
Oh, I was like, was that your stomach? No. All right. And then moving on from that, I kind of told you, I don't know, have you heard since then, the Brooke Burke?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is.
Have you seen it anywhere yet? Or just from what I told you?
No, I saw it somewhere. And it's the weirdest comment, like the way that she phrases it.
Also, here, I have the clip.
Okay.
And it's hard to hear because it was taken from a video, so it's not the best audio, but listen.
I was crushing on Derek for sure because it's so instant.
No, you weren't.
Sure. Oh my God, for sure. Oh, for sure. Sorry, Derek. But had I not been married,
no, but Derek would be flattered. Are you kidding?
Listen,
I'm shocked.
I actually hoped we would have had a love affair because you're so you're not a dancer.
Oh my God!
I know. I don't think I've ever said that. I say that with respect, but I just it's true because if you're not a dancer. You're not used. Don't laugh, Cheryl.
No, I'm just laughing because I'm like, oh my God, Derek is gonna freak out. He's gonna freak out in a good way. In a good way. He kept telling me how hot you were during your season.
You are intertwined with someone's body when you are not a dancer. There is no way that I have ever been so connected besides with a lover or a husband than I was with Derek. And it's every single day. So people listening, for 3 months, you are in someone's arms. Why do you think people fall in love? You smell them. You feel them.
Ew, first of all,
I don't think I want you to go on that show anymore.
Let me just say from firsthand experience, that is not true.
Not true in all situations.
You can totally get into a partnership situation like that and not have it be romantic, right? Like there was no romantic anything between me and my partner, Tony, at the time. Nothing. He was a married man. I was with you the first time, and then we were married the second time. It just wasn't even a question. So I think that if you can emotionally make it a job, right? You can emotionally say, this is what we're doing, dance and let's dance, not make it a emotionally, physically connected thing. Now, she said in this thing, if I had not been married at the time, she actually was not married. She and David Charvet did not get married. This was in 2008 that she danced with Derek. They didn't get married till 2011. However, she had been dating him since 2006. So they were in a 2 to 3 year relationship at the time when she said that. But, ew. And here's the thing. I love Brooke Burke. I adore her. Like, she was always so great to me on the show. I don't know why you would say that now, though. Like, what's the point of bringing that up now?
I don't know. Maybe so we're talking about it. What was the actual quote?
I wish, had I not been married.
Had I not been married.
I would have hoped we would have had a love affair.
I would have hoped
Yes.
that we would.
Have
We'd
had,
like,
and not only that, Derek is a lot. Brooke is my age. I think she's a little older than me. Like, Derek is much younger.
well, he's like, what, 5 years younger?
Maybe. Like I said, to me, he's always 20 because that's when I met him. Like, he's a kid. Or not anymore. He's married now. He got married to Haley. Yeah. So he's a married man.
He's a cool dude. I like him a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
But it just seems weird.
It's if anything, this is just like a huge compliment to him.
Right.
Like, man,
and if I'm his
stud.
wife, I'm like, well, that's interesting that you want to say that now. But I guess I know you're saying like the motivation is because we're talking about it. But why would Brooke want people talking about that? I'd be like, I'm so embarrassed that I said that and that is the headline. Because
I mean, isn't it kind of just saying like, oh, if I were single, I would have hooked up with him? Isn't that all it is?
I don't know, but wouldn't that make you angry if I did an interview and
yeah, I mean,
was like when I was dancing with Tony, if I'd been single, I would have hooked up with him. You'd be like, why would you say that?
I wouldn't.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
What is the point of you saying
is
that?
Is she still married?
No. So but her and David broke up, and then right after she got in a relationship with another man, and she's engaged to him. So she is in a relationship, and it's an engaged relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why she would say that.
It's weird. And I wonder if if that's weird or weird for Haley.
No. I mean, like.
And honestly,
it was 20 years ago.
What a weird way to say it. I would hope we had a love affair.
That's what I'm more concerned with is if I would have been single, I would have hoped.
I would have liked if we could have hooked up once or twice.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. It's like, I would have hoped. Like, why do you have to say that? Just say, if I would have been single, we would have hooked up.
I think we would have hooked up. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, ending really quick with Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid. You know anything about this?
No. I didn't even know that they were
a thing
connected.
Well, because we were just talking about Bradley and Irina on vacation together. Yeah. So they were seen arriving back in New York this week. He was driving. She was in the car. When they got out, they both had overnight bags. So everybody was like, oh my gosh. They were on a weekend getaway together. Now, he's 48 and she's 28. Do the math.
Yeah. 31.
She's out of it.
Yeah.
She's out of the 7. Half plus 7.
Who's her kid's dad?
Zayn Malik.
Oh, he's
from One Direction.
Okay.
Yes. Now, I will say there probably is something about bonding over your children. I do know that Blake Lively, her daughter Inez, had a birthday party a couple weeks ago, and Gigi was there with her daughter, and Bradley, not Irina, but Bradley was there with their daughter. So, who knows? Well, reports have come out that it was actually Irina that introduced Bradley and Gigi. Because Irina...
Are they both single?
Who?
Bradley and Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi's been hooked with Leonardo DiCaprio lately.
I bet you that they have crossed paths before, Bradley Cooper and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, 1,000%. And girls, I would bet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. 1,000%.
They seem like they have the same type.
Hot young models. Yeah. Leo goes a little younger than Bradley. I think Gigi is the oldest. There were jokes because she's 28.
Oh, yeah.
Leo in history has not gone above 25.
It's like
That's
Matthew
the
McConaughey.
joke. That's the joke, that once they hit 25.
Stay the same age.
Yeah.
You know what I like about high school girls?
Here's the thing. Leo is aging. Ava, our daughter, is so funny because she loves Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, she's waiting for him because she knows him from Titanic. And I'm like, yes, babe, Jack is cute. I said, do you want me to show you Leo now? Because he's older than I am. She's like, no, I don't. I'm like, I just live in your fantasy world. I'm just saying, it's TV.
Goodness.
What are you looking up?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you were looking up Bradley or
No.
Leo.
No. That's something I need to read, though.
Stop. Okay. Well, that's it for pop news. Let's do some reality.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we have to talk about Cozy Earth. We haven't done it in a while, but you guys know that they're one of my favorite brands. So Cozy Earth crafts luxury goods, and they basically transform your lifestyle. They have been featured on Oprah's Favorite Things. All products are made from responsibly sourced bamboo, and they come with a 10-year warranty. So what Cozy Earth is known most for, probably most famous for, is their bedding, mainly because it is temperature regulating. And if you are like me, I am a hot sleeper. I don't like getting in the sheets and then having to throw them off because I'm sweating. And with these Cozy Earth sheets, y'all, you can get in, and every time I move my feet, it feels cold, it feels cool. It's amazing. Definitely helps me get a better sleep. They also have loungewear. There are so many products that Cozy Earth offers. So why Cozy Earth? I mean, if being a part of Oprah's Favorite Things for 5 years in a row is not enough motivation for you, they are ultra soft. They are always the perfect temperature, machine washable, ethically made. Essentially, it's the perfect sheet. And Cozy Earth provided an exclusive offer just for our listeners today, up to 35% off site-wide when you use our code Irrational. That's 35% off all of their products. It's not just sheets, guys. They have so many products when you use our code Irrational.
Reality Roundup.
Okay, so this first one it's going to be on Netflix October 17th, which is next week. Right? Yeah. And it's called The Devil on Trial. Now, this is one of those, like, the preview got me. I was watching the preview and I went, and I don't have it on here, but we were watching the Reptile preview on Netflix with Justin Timberlake, Benicio del Toro.
Is that Netflix or was that Apple? Could have been Apple after we got done with Blackbird.
Could have been Apple.
But it looks good.
It's a great cast. Alicia Silverstone, like every name that came up, I was like, I know you. Mm-hmm. Okay, anyway. So this film was based on the first person in the U.S. to use the "devil made me do it" quote as a murder defense. And it's a true story, obviously. It is one of the most sensational murder trials since the 1980s. When Arne Cheyenne Johnson stabbed an acquaintance to death with a 5-inch folding knife, Johnson presented one of the most shocking legal defenses in history, which was not guilty by virtue of demonic possession. As the press put it, quote, "The devil made me do it."
Ugh.
I know, some people like that stuff, some people don't. I'm going to have to watch it just to see.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
The Reptile is Netflix.
Oh, see, don't question me. Yeah. Next one, it's a podcast, and it's called Suspect, which is a series. Suspect is it's kind of like 30 for 30. Right. Their newest one is called 5 Shots in the Dark. And here's the synopsis. Leon Benson spent 24 years in an Indiana state prison for the 1998 murder of a young man named Casey Schoen. His conviction hinged on the testimony of 2 eyewitnesses, but what if their memories turned out to be wrong? And what if the people who knew what really happened had never been allowed to speak? Suspect Season 3, 5 Shots in the Dark, is a story of 2 victims, one murdered and one sentenced to life. Follow host Matt and attorney Laura as they investigate how the justice system failed both Leon and Casey and who the real killer may be.
That sounds good.
Right?
Yeah.
Another recommendation, and this is Amy from Facebook who recommended Ruby Franke. Do you know that name?
I don't think so.
Ruby Franke, a Momfluencer's double life on Hulu. Now, I am shocked that this case is already a documentary because this woman just got arrested a month ago. So Momfluencer Ruby Franke came to fame, as a Mormon mom and influencer known for her strict parenting style, and now she and her business partner have been charged with child abuse, which have so many asking, were there missed signs? And so you probably saw it on Good Morning America, but she's famous.
I think I did see that on Good Morning America.
The little boy had escaped to a neighbor, was emaciated, had duct tape on him, and turns out all her children had been physically abused like that. So I'm going to look forward to that. Now, one that I saw this week without you, it's called Ice Cold Murder Coffee and Jessica Wangzo on Netflix. It is. It's really ice cold. And then in the little line, Murder Coffee. So it's about the murder of Mirna Saline. The 27-year-old died when she met up with her friend Jessica Wangzo for coffee in Jakarta. This all takes place in Indonesia and Australia. So it's a great documentary. You do have to watch, though, because while there are English subtitles, there are times when
there's not.
Yeah, and you have to look and watch. So Jessica is the main suspect in what was alleged that she laced Mirna's iced coffee with cyanide, fatally poisoning her. So she asked her friend to meet me for coffee. She got there early. You can see her. It looks like she's staking out the place, sits down in a booth where there's no cameras facing her, and puts all her shopping bags up on the table. Her friend Mirna comes and meets her, and within minutes of drinking her coffee, she's gone. Yes. However, so that's what one side presented, and in the first big part, you're watching it like, oh my God, this chick, yes, 100%. As you watch, though, you go, you hear the defense's side of the story, and it makes a lot of sense that she didn't do it. And she's in prison right now for 20 years, but a lot of it is that the Indonesian criminal system is very corrupt. Yeah. There's no jury system. You are presenting to 3 judges, and whatever the judges say go. And a lot of times the police have relationships with the judge, and the police, of course, are with the prosecution. So as a defense attorney, you're like, I can't win this, whether I have... It's fascinating, though. I highly recommend.
Is there another suspect?
Well...
there's cyanide in her system,
I don't want to give it away.
Okay. Gotcha.
The question is, was there cyanide in her system?
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
They only did a partial autopsy. And so part of it was like, she could have died from anything, but you'll never know because all you did was test her stomach. You didn't test her brain, her this or that. When they tested her, there was no cyanide, yet 72 hours later, there was cyanide in her stomach. Right. Yeah. You watch it and you're like, I don't know what to believe. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't know. Okay, let's talk Blackbird real quick.
Okay.
On Apple. We talked about it last week and we didn't want to endorse it because we hadn't finished it.
Now we do.
And?
Yeah.
Go.
It's great. It's disturbing a little bit just because what you're watching.
It's also not new. This came out last year.
Right. I don't know why it's not bigger because it's really good.
I had no idea why we hadn't heard about it.
Yeah, really good.
And great cast. Can I say both guys that played Jimmy and Larry were fantastic actors. I thought both it was really
were
sold.
Very good. And then at the very last shows the actual people.
Yes.
And they look exactly like
That's
them.
what I was going to say. Yes.
Yeah. It's great. It's one of those, it's not too long. It was 6 episodes.
Yeah.
You are excited for the next one. It doesn't end
the way you think.
The way that you think it's going to.
Well, I love that though.
Yeah, but the problem I have with a lot of these series that we watch, like this is based on a true story, so it's a real thing. Well, I was going to say,
so this is actually, and you didn't realize that till last night.
No, I didn't.
This was a flippin' true story.
Yeah. But it's hard to end those things well. Like you're always like, oh, I hated the ending.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, or either that or it's like, that makes no sense.
I will say what I thought was going to happen, I was dead wrong.
Yeah.
I'd called it from episode 2. I was like, I can tell you right now. Well, and I was wrong.
I think everybody kind of felt that way because they led you to believe that.
Maybe.
Yeah, but then whenever it's not and it's like, oh, wow. It was really just this.
It was really good. So it's between Larry Hall, who is the convicted murderer, and then Jimmy Keene.
Of 12 girls.
No, 35.
Well, at the time, they only had...
I did research on
at the time, they only had 13 bodies.
They say now he's one of the most prolific serial killers ever. So Larry Hall is played, his name is Paul Walter Hauser, and he was amazing in this. Like he just was amazing. He was in I, Tonya, Cobra Kai, and then you and I know him from Kingdom.
Yeah.
When we watched.
He's great in Cobra Kai
Kingdom.
too. Stingray.
Oh, do you know him from Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's Stingray in Cobra Kai.
And then Jimmy Keene was played, his name is Taron Egerton, and he was actually Elton John in the Elton John movie. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I like him.
Yeah.
He's kind of a stud, isn't he?
They made him in the movie.
Player,
I've been walking, with his arms out. Anyway, if you have not watched it, it's awesome.
Worth it. Yeah,
it's a very easy 6-episode watch.
Yeah.
And that's it for recommendations. We've been doing Southern Charm, getting messy.
Yeah, Southern Charm. I love Southern Charm. I think it's my favorite show.
Do you think Taylor and Austin did it?
Yeah.
100%? No questions asked? I do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I do.
Yeah, I like that one.
I will say, though, if it was not for that storyline, there's absolutely no storyline this season. Like, nothing.
There's not.
So that makes you go, was this created? Was it not created?
Well, I mean, and if they didn't do it, then it was all created for, yeah.
Who knows? We're still doing Big Brother and Special Forces, which can I say, we watch those as a family, y'all. And I know that sounds so stupid. Everybody looks forward to sitting around the TV.
It's my favorite part of the week is getting
watching
everybody. And
together.
then, like, the kids are so excited to watch these shows, and they have all these, here's what's going to happen.
I don't like Cameron. Cameron needs to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you like Cameron?
Yeah, it's really cute.
I tell you what, Special Forces is a good show. People say it's corny, and it is corny. I mean,
it's a little dramatic, but it's good.
It has my attention, and I'm in. And
well, I mean, we keep going on this pace. We're not going to have any other contestants by
I know
next
they
week.
keep dropping out. We are just about done with Love Is Blind.
Yeah,
Are you over it? This is not a great season.
Yeah.
It's not a great season.
I want to keep watching.
There's only 2 couples left. Yeah. I feel like I know what's going to happen. They've announced the reunion is coming. Hopefully not live this year, because last year was a fiasco.
Yeah, it was a bad deal.
And then ending Beckham on Netflix, which you have to go back and watch it. Beckett ended up watching it with me and was so into it.
That's cute.
It did start slow, and it's a lot of soccer, but the story behind it and hearing everything that he went through when you don't even know this story, but he got a red card during one of Manchester United's biggest games and had to leave, and they ended up losing, and the entire country hated him for years. Like, every time he'd step out on the field, they booed him. He was like, I hated life. Wow. It's fascinating though. And I kind of like Victoria Beckham.
Yeah. What I saw,
I like her.
I heard that she's okay.
Yes. Yeah. Now, again, online people going, I don't like her. And I think you just either don't want to, or I found her very endearing. She was very honest. She talked about a time that like her and Bex were not doing well and they didn't have each other's back. What I will say though, is watching this documentary that he moved around, not just from city to city, from country to country to country. And she had kids, and she looked like the bad guy to the world because she didn't just up and move to Madrid when he went. And she was like, I would like to say my piece because I had 2 kids at home in school.
What do you want me to do?
And I had to get everything sorted before I could just up and move. And I don't know. I felt like in that situation, being the mom and the wife, I'm like, I am supportive, but I can only be so supportive before upping and moving my life every year while you go. And I watch you. I love watching you. I can't uproot us though. And
it's understandable.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed her. I enjoyed the whole thing. Highly recommend. Go back and watch.
Okay.
With Beckett.
Could do that.
Okay, that's all.
That's all.
What you got?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, everybody, make sure you like, rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff to the podcast. Go to the Facebook page, become a member, and give us suggestions, comments, and all of that. And we will see you next week, same time.
Same place.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.